All right, Shalom. This is Shalamah from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. Before I get started in this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, the Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, safety, much love, and blessings to the elect of Israel. So I was going to do a video based off of the Lord bringing us back into our land, which is Israel, which he promised us. Israel being the 12 tribes that today are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and also the Israelite foreigners that are like the other nations. So in the spirit, just had it where the bishop he posted this article based off of this video that you see on the screen, how the Israelis are making what they call black Hebrew Israelites leave Israel, leave the land. And, that's just the spirit of the Most High on them to do that, because we don't supposed to be over there yet. The Lord has to deliver us and bring us over there. Not only that, we have to finish living out this the curses, because we went off, and there's no early bond or probation or something. We got to serve this whole sentence, and it's gonna get bad in the end. We have to go through Jacob's trouble. A whole lot of other things have to happen before we can actually get back into our own land. Not only that, when we get back over there, we're going to have great substance. We're going to rule the earth. We're going to have servants. We're not going to need anything. We're going to have spiritual powers. We're going to have so many wonderful things that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai promised us. So we have to continue to live out these curses, for all punishment. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it, maybe 2 minutes of it, just so you can kind of get the point and see what's going on over there.
Your ministry sent letters urging members of the community to leave within 60 days, despite some of them having been born in the Jewish state. Some of those ordered out of Israel have lived in the country for more than 20 years. I was born here, raised here, was educated here, and I don't know any other place in the world. Yelidel Herkels, 22, was quoted by Haaretz as saying, "This is my home. Why should I have to leave my home?" she added. Black Hebrew Israelites are groups of African Americans who believe they are the descendants of the ancient Israelites of the Bible.
All right, just to put it out there, there's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. There's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelites. There's really no such thing as a black man. Just like there's no such thing as a white man. You have Esau, you have Jacob, you have Ishmael, you have Elam, Moab. These different nations the Lord gave names to. So the so-called white man, decided to name us black Hebrew Israelites, because we are Hebrew Israelites that's coming back into our heritage, and but they still call us so-called black people. No, we are Hebrew Israelites, and it's not just black people. It's Native Americans and Latinos and Hispanics as well. So this devil just trying to make it look like this is a new thing, when this is actually from the ancient days. We just coming back because it's prophesied in the end times that this was going to happen. We was going to turn back to the Lord, to our original power. We was going to stop praying to stones and wood crosses and white Jesus and whatever else our people worship. So I'm gonna continue to play this video.
The movement began in the late 19th century in the United States, however later expanded into separate strands. Israel's Black Hebrew Israelite community first came together in Chicago in the 1960s under the leadership of Ben Carter, a preacher who later became known as Ami Ben Israel. Carter's followers settled in Israel in the 1960s and 1990s, with many eventually receiving residency and citizenship. Some, however, did not receive citizenship or residency, along with their fellow community members, and are now under threat of having to leave. According to official Israeli population data, the community of Black Hebrews is made up of some 2,000 people who live mainly in the southern city of Dimona. When the decision was made and their status in Israel was regularized, a list was drawn up of community members and their leaders, and whoever was on it indeed became a permanent resident, Israel's Population and Immigration Authority said in a written response to a community activist. Applications made years afterward are examined on a case-by-case basis, and anyone asked to leave has in practice been living in Israel illegally for many years, the letter continued. An advocate for the group told Haaretz that there are around 100 members of the community still without legal status. Israeli authorities have contested that number, saying that only a few dozen remain without residency or citizenship.
So that's pretty much the point of the video right there. They're ordering a few people out of hundreds or even thousands of so-called Negroes over in Israel to leave, and that they may put all of them out because this devil don't want to. He really don't want to share his kingdom. That's their land right now. It's our land, but for right now, the Lord setting them up to take it over. But I'm gonna get a few scriptures, and I'm gonna start with this Joel chapter 3. It says, "For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat," or it says Jehoshaphat, which is the Lord's judgment, "and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink." So, basically, these other nations scattered our people, but the Lord put the spirit on them to do so because it was prophesied that it was going to happen. And it's also prophesied that the Lord is going to gather us back and put us back in our land. We're not going to hop on a plane, get a one-way plane ticket and a suitcase with a few clothes and and go over there and establish a small community and move in. And no, that's not the way the Lord set it up. We're gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble. We're gonna have to get delivered by those chariots, who the people call UFOs. That's popping up more and more. It's really nothing to see them every day now. It's almost like a normal thing. The government has already came out and said that, we do have UFOs, but they call them UFOs, but we know that they're the vehicles that the angels travel in. So it's getting ready to happen. But, we have to be patient. We can't, we hasten in the day, but We have to be patient because all the prophecies have to take place before the kingdom can be established. We're not going to go over there and just build our own kingdom without the Lord. Things have to happen first. But real quick, I'm going to get Ezekiel chapter 11. And it says, verse 17, it says, therefore say, thus said the Lord power, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. So this is not happy yet. The Lord has to put a new spirit in us and everything. I'm going to skip down to verse 19. It says, and I will give them one heart, and I will put a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh. So, the Lord has to put his commandments in our inward parts. Things have to happen before we go into that land. You people, if Lord's willing, someone can run into this video, or whether they do or not, they should really hope that the Lord doesn't judge them for jumping the gun. As a matter of fact, I mentioned this earlier about the Lord setting us up and bringing us back. It says in Ezekiel, in Isaiah chapter 14, I'm going to start from verse 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And those strangers are the Israelite foreigners that like the other nations. They're going to be joined to the house of Jacob, which are the Israelites. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So this is what's going to happen when we get put back in our land. We're gonna be set free of all the curses. We're gonna be set free from this devil, who is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, ruling over us. We're gonna be set free from the wicked of our own people. But before that happens, you about to see literally hell in this place, especially over here in the United States, Babylon. This Jacob's trouble is going to be hell. The Lord has to put us through that because, like I said, it's the end of our captivity and our punishment. But this Jacob's trouble is actually going to bring down the other nations and destroy the other nations. They're not going to have power. And then the Lord is going to dwell with us. We're going to have the power of the universe dwelling within us. And he's going to put us back in our land. That's how we know that those Jewish people over there, that goes back to Amalek, who was the grandson of Esau. That goes back to Amalek. That's how we know that they're not the real chosen people. They're not the Israelites. They call themselves Jewish. They don't believe in the 12 tribes. Basically They don't really believe in this in prophecy and in scripture, because they think that the Lord has already put them back and gave them that land. No, the scriptures go into the land being defiled, and it's being defiled because they have you have the wicked over there who's the synagogue of Satan. When you read, I'm just gonna get it real quick. Revelations chapter 2 and verse 9, it says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. That's talking about us, the real Israelites, because we are in tribulation and in poverty. But we rich because we're the princes of the power. And it says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You know, the ones that's controlling everything. That's literally controlling everything. That's the house of Satan. And you people want to go over there and live amongst them? No. We need to wait for the Lord to put us back in that land and give us these heathens as our slaves. So I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. I pray that this was edifying. Once again, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakak. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone that taught us his truth. Shalom to the elect.